Good morning! I'm here at the Wild Basin trailhead and it's just past 6:30 in the morning. Getting a real early start because I'm going to be going for Copeland Mountain today, which is a pretty hard 13er, or Mount Copeland. I've seen it both ways. I'm not sure which is the correct way, but I'm going to go ahead and say Copeland Mountain because I think that sounds better. Starting out here at the Wild Basin, elevation 8,500 feet, and we're going over 13,000 feet to the summit of Copeland Mountain. And according to the book, it's 7 miles out with over a 4,700 foot elevation gain. And that is going to also include some real nasty bushwhacking as well. The sun just rose a few minutes ago over the mountains, and I can't even describe how nice it is today. This is perfect weather. It's just a tiny bit brisk, so it's not blazing hot. I haven't felt any wind yet, and look at that blue sky. And in well under an hour and a half, I'm up here to the Ouzel Lake trail cutoff. And this sign says it's another 1.8 miles, which means I've come roughly 3.1 so far. And that's going to be Copeland right there. And wow, that looks brutal. And I probably got about another mile and a half before I even split off to try it. This blue sky is awesome. Wow. I don't even care if I get to the summit today. I'm going to stay out here pretty much all day and enjoy it. This is beautiful. Mount Alice is looking crazy over there. I can't believe I hiked that one. Wow. There's some big boys back here. You got to hike for a minute just to get back to them. So here's the plan. I'm going to continue on the trail up to Ouzel Lake. Should be right around over here somewhere. Bushwhack up the trees. And I'll try and get on this east slope and take that on up to the summit. I'm really enjoying this part of the trail right here because you just get a constant awesome view over there of Mount Alice. Now if I can get this Copeland, ooh, that'll really be awesome. That's the other big one back here. Well, there's a few other Isolation Peak and some other ones tucked way back. So just at about 2 hours, I'm up here to the final trail split, where I'm going to take it to the left for 0.5 miles over to Ouzel Lake. And then the real fun is going to begin as I bushwhack my way to the top of Copeland Mountain. I should be getting real close to Ouzel Lake. This is a long half mile. It's really pretty though, walking down here next to a river. And at 2 hours and 15 minutes, I'm up here to Ouzel Lake. And that's big ol' Copeland Mountain behind it. This day is so beautiful. I know I keep saying that, but it is. It's perfect. And what I'm gonna do now is head over here to the left of the lake. I'm gonna pick my way around it and then just work my way up the trees there and try and get on that east slope. I got to get to that rock right there, and I need my foot to not slip. Here we go. Woo! All right, and the adventure continues. The bushwhack has officially begun, and this is going to get real confusing back here. And another thing is I don't have my GPS working. It's like not picking up a signal, so I'm pretty much flying blind. Oh my goodness, this is terrible back here. It's not only is it extremely dense as far as a bushwhack goes, but they're like, it's just up and down, up and down. God, this is rough. This is going to take a long time. This is nasty. This is nasty. I'm getting up there slowly but surely. It's just this is taking so long because there are no straight lines. I'm having to zigzag my way all through here. So even though it may only be a mile, I'm going to end up hiking 2 miles back and forth trying to get up there. It's not easy at all. This is really difficult. That's looking back across to Alice and Chief's Head. And this is very difficult. The angle never comes out, but I'm on some steep rocks right now. But I'll tell you what, these rocks are 10 times better than hiking through that nasty forest with all those down trees. Good news, the trees are definitely starting to thin out, and I also started to pick up some cairns here. This is the second one. So that's a good sign. That took about 1 hour and 10 minutes to get through those trees. And I've finally broken through. The rest of this is just going to be a grind. This ascent up the side of Copeland is extremely difficult. You guys can't feel what I'm feeling, but I'm hurting right now. Oh my goodness, this is just unrelenting, just straight up forever. The pain is real, guys. The pain is real. This thing is just never ending. But I think that's going to be the summit right out here. If that's not the summit, it's just right behind it. I'm close. I'm dying, guys. This is so hard. But I think that's the top right there. So I'm not going to give up yet. No way. I'm going to keep going. We got it, guys. It's going to be the summit right there. No, it's not. God darn it. And at just under 5.5 hours, it's a few minutes past 12, I am up here, summit of Copeland Mountain. This is awesome. This was hard, really hard. And there's a registry. Summit registry is a mess, but then again it dates back all the way to 2007. It looks like only maybe about 20 people have been up here in 2019, if that. Not many people get up to this one. It's difficult. The good thing about today is that there's basically zero wind up here. These are ideal conditions. Perfect. God, this was just such a hard hike. And you know why the reason it was so hard? Is because the altitude of Ouzel Lake is just like a few feet over 10,000. I'm up here at 13,176. So that means there's over 3,100 feet of elevation gain in that last 2 miles. Which is insane. Been sitting up here at the summit for about an hour, but it's just past 1 o'clock, and I need to start heading back. I figure it's going to take me at least 2.5 hours just to get back down to Ouzel Lake. Alright, let's do it. I wouldn't say coming down this is easy, but it sure is easier than coming up. This is going to be the worst part right here until I get down to the grass. Luckily, there are some unique rocks along the way that make really good landmarks. I definitely remember that thing on the way up. So I need to basically just kind of hook it around and then go down. I've been coming down this thing for an hour, and I'm just now approaching this top shrub. Boy, when I was hiking up and I got to that, I thought I really got somewhere. I didn't know I still had like 1,400 feet left. Alright, I'm officially back in the trees. Let's see if I can navigate this as well on the way down as I did on the way up. I thought it did a pretty good job on the way up. If there was any kind of trail going up that thing, I was on it the whole time. The ground isn't so steep through the trees here, so it's not as bad. But boy, as soon as you break out of the trees, it just goes straight up. I remember seeing that guy on the way up, so I'm still doing all right. There should be one more over here, if I remember correctly. There it is. This is the exact way that I came up, so I'm doing good. This lower part of the bushwhack, down near the river, this is absolutely terrible down here. This is by far the worst part. God, I can't take 2 steps without stepping in a hole, tripping over a log, having the ground go out from underneath you. I mean, this is like booby-trapped back here. Took me just over 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I'm back. I'm on the trail. If I just hike this out, I should be back at the trailhead in 2 hours. And that half mile from Ouzel Lake back to the trail split, that's the longest half mile you'll ever do. In fact, I don't think that's a half mile. I think it's more than a half mile, because it took me dang near a half an hour to do. Look at that mountain. It's huge. I can't believe I did that. Wow. Sitting here taking a break, just looking up at Copeland Mountain, and I don't know how I did that. That looks impossible, and I can see exactly where I went up. My goodness, that was hard. I almost feel like that's like the hardest one of the summer for some reason. I don't know. That was tough. I mean, some of the other ones were longer with bigger gains, but none of them had 3,100 plus feet of elevation gain packed into less than 2 miles. I can tell you that. Back at the car, done with the hike. Copeland Mountain in the books. And it's just now 5:30, which means that was an 11-hour hike. 5.5 up, 4.5 down, with a 1-hour break at the top to enjoy the beautiful views up there. This was such a great day. What a perfect day to do that mountain. And I'm glad I got it done. I'll probably never do it again. Well, I really hope you enjoyed it. And until the next hike, y'all, peace.